Good morning. It's 9:30 a.m., Tuesday, December 10th. If you'd all please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's start with prayer, please. Heavenly Father, we beseech your divine guidance in this meeting. Keep us ever mindful of our obligation. Grant us, dear Lord, wisdom, tolerance, and courage that may we well serve our county and fulfill our trust.
Amen.
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 All right, and we've got minutes.
Move to approve the minutes of the December 3rd Commissioners meeting.
Second.
Move second. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right. Do we have any public comment regarding our pending resolutions? Yes. Yes. Do you want to come forward on that?
Sure. Okay.
That's our next agenda item as well, but go ahead.
We can wait.
No, this is fine. This is when to do it.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name's Trina Devaney, and I'm representing Wadsworth Township Board of Trustees today. And we filed an objection to the annexation. However, I think I need to clarify what that means. We're not actually opposed to the annexation. We have some clarifications that we would like to have addressed. Primarily, there have been several annexations that have occurred so far where we wind up with some maintenance islands where the township is required to continue maintenance, fire, road, plowing, in areas where the road has gone just to the midsection of the road, leaving the other half of the road still at township maintenance. We would just like to see that if the city is going to be annexing, that they then take over that maintenance section for the entire part of that road. And I know that they don't own the other part, that the people who are annexing, but we'd like to have some sort of an agreement with the city or some sort of recognition that that creates an island of maintenance for the township, and that we'd like to have that addressed.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else?
Can I comment on that real quick?
Could you come up here? Well, we're on camera, so we need to, if you wouldn't mind, please.
Okay.
Thank you, and state your name for the record, please. Thank you. Try to not exclude the people viewing. So.
Robert Engler, Wadsworth Township trustee. Just to back up what Trina said, there's been several annexations in the past where this has happened, and it leaves the township responsible for mainly the fire EMS. In this particular annexation, the Hartman Road, that's county maintenance. So I don't know if the county would want to get involved or not. But as far as the fire EMS, we pay the city of Wadsworth a lot of money for our protection every year. And if we're still responsible, if they want the good part of the annexation, they should have the responsibility for the fire EMS as the city. That's all I had to say.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Sorry.
Anyone else? Yep. If you please identify yourself, please.
Yes, I'm Attorney Karen Moss. I'm an attorney for the petitioner for the annexation.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm sure you're probably aware, just want to state that the objection came out of time based on the statute. They had 25 days from filing the petition, and that's my only comment. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Anyone else? All right, go ahead and proceed. This is a review of the annexation petition. Our job, according to the statute, is to review the annexation. No public hearing is required, but of course we allow public comment on that portion of it. I need to ask the clerk if the following conditions have been met. Was the petition properly filed?
Yes.
Is the territory proposed to be annexed contiguous to the municipality?
Yes.
Does the petition contain the signatures of all property owners within the territory to be annexed and attain no more than 180 days before the date of the petition was filed?
Yes.
Was an accurate legal description of the perimeter and accurate map or plat filed?
Yes.
Was a list of adjacent tracts, lots, and parcels, including the names and mailing addresses of the owners, submitted?
Yes.
And did the City of Wadsworth file a resolution stating that services will be provided and an approximate date for services?
Yes.
Okay. And did Wadsworth Township and the City of Wadsworth consent to the annexation?
The city provided consent. Our office did not receive anything until yesterday from the township, which does deem consent per the statute.
Right, and I would reference that according to the statute, that and has already been referenced, there's a 25 days after the date that the petition is filed, the legislative authority, the municipal corporation to which the annexation is proposed, and each township, any portion of which is included within the territory proposed for annexation, may adopt and file with the Board of County Commissioners an ordinance or resolution consenting or objecting to the proposed annexation. And further down, it says failure of the municipal corporation or any of those townships to timely file an ordinance or resolution consenting or objecting to the proposed annexation shall be deemed to constitute consent by that municipal corporation or township to the proposed annexation. So the law is very clear that that's the instruction of that. I'll put that into the record. The commissioners have reviewed the checklist of submission requirements and determined that the application and attachments are in order. Under the annexation law, this will not result in the area being annexed to be detached from Wadsworth Township.
Trina Roaster.
Yes. Do you wish to recognize, or do you we want to proceed?
Whatever you'd like.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it is not a hearing.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, I think
Okay.
we've accepted public comment, so I think we probably need to proceed, but.
Okay.
But you're the chair too, so.
Jeez, thanks. All right. Well, all the arguments have been presented. Don't want to belabor the points, the issues. A matter of record, and Wadsworth Township does have standing in this. So we do have a resolution approving the petition for the expedited Type 2 annexation of 61.4450 acres of land known as being part of Wadsworth Township to the City of Wadsworth, Medina County, Ohio.
I would move to approve.
Second.
Moved in second. Any questions from the board?
You know, I guess I would just mention, I'm sympathetic certainly to the issues that are raised, but because this is type 2 expedited, I think we're following the statutory procedure. I mean, we've got prosecutor office in the room too, and I think this is our path to forward on this. So,
Right.
While hearing the concerns raised, I'm going to be casting a vote in support of this. So.
Okay. And I guess I'll offer our legal counsel the opportunity. Mike, are you okay? He helped us prepare the resolution, make sure we were following procedure here.
I don't have any comment. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to.
Okay. Any questions?
I do not.
Okay. I don't either. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right. All right. Now, next move to the other orders of business. County Engineer's Office. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Morning. I've
Okay,
got
good.
one resolution for your consideration today, and that's establishing bridge load limits for various bridges in the county.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Jeremy Cinco, Sanitary Engineer.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Two resolutions for consideration today. The first is awarding the bid for the East Reagan Parkway and Weymouth Road Riverbank Stabilization Project. And the second is awarding the bid for the Ryan Road Water Storage Tank and Westfield Standpipe Rehab Project.
Move to approve both resolutions.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Getting a lot of interest on these proposals, so that's
Really?
good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, our engineer's estimate on the tank that came in at $504,000, our engineer's estimate was $900,000, so that was nice to see.
That's good. That's
Really
good.
nice.
Right on. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Next, our Human Resources Director, Holly Murin. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
On our personnel changes today, we have 1 new hire in transit, 5 rate increases, 2 at office for older adults, 1 in sanitary, 1 in planning, and 1 in IT, 1 leave of absence in sanitary, and 1 retirement job and family services.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Next, our Finance Director, Brett Thomas.
Good morning, Commissioners. I have a litany of resolutions here for you today. 11 in total, but we're actually kind of split amongst 3 groups. So
Okay.
we have what are labeled as 7 for finance. It's actually 6 plus an auditor, and then I have 4 for our IT group. Starting with our finance resolutions, our first one is print shop revenue line item. We have a total of $817.20 moving over to that revenue line from our other departments. Our second resolution is similar one for the gasoline rotary fund. That one amounts to $18,253.12. Our third resolution is accepting and awarding a bid for diesel fuel for the highway garage. Our low bid on that is actually Sunoco, or a division of Sunoco, at $2.3264. Our fourth resolution is the purchase of 7,100 gallons of regular gasoline for the engineering center. Our low bid this time is not Ports Petroleum, but Centerra Ashland, which beat them by a little over 2 cents for $1.88.5 per gallon.
Good.
Our fifth resolution is expenses of county officials. This is actually just an additional. Denise had already put in for planning for a conference down in Columbus, and this is the additional expense for that for her second staff member to go. Sixth resolution is our weekly bills in the amount of $2,212,942.99. And then labeled as 7, but kind of a joint effort between us and the auditor's office, is our resolution for accepting the amounts and rates from Budget Commission for the tax levies and certifying those to the auditor for the year.
Do we want to approve the?
Why don't we do
finance?
for the first ones up to the claims,
Sounds
and then we
good.
can do that, or the other one separate.
You want to do the budget one separate, you said?
Yeah,
Or-
the budget one separate. All
So
the
then I'll
next
move to
ones.
approve the first
Yep,
6 resolutions? Okay.
Second.
That's all right.
Yep.
Moving, motion and second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. Okay, now the budget,
So then
with the tax levies. Okay.
It's
All right.
been presented. I'll go ahead and move to approve the tax rate certification as presented.
Second.
Moving second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right. The other ones, IT?
All right. Our next 4 are for the IT group. This is actually memorandums of understanding between our IT as the provider of security for the county backbone and various elected officials, just so that we have it on record for public, because different elected officials are required to maintain and secure their information separately. In the best interests of centralizing a network to create the best efforts for everybody and to secure it appropriately, we want to make sure that we have a memorandum between ourselves and the elected officials. The first group is for the prosecutor's office. And then our second resolution will be for probate and juvenile courts. Our third resolution is for the Juvenile Detention Center. And our fourth resolution is for the Sheriff's Office.
Move to approve the 4 resolutions.
Second.
Moving second, any discussion? I'll just indicate when I was at the CCAO conferences last week. We had actually 2 sessions on cybersecurity. We had the state coming in and so forth, as well as in our legislative agenda for the CCAO. We've added a cybersecurity component where we're advocating, obviously, some state support as well as much more centralization of, especially within the counties, the ability to protect the systems. They are under constant attack. I can't emphasize more how much we are actually foregoing. I mean, there's so much going on, and it's one of those incremental things that every day it just gets a little bit worse, a little bit worse, a little bit more, and they get criminality. Unfortunately, as we've connected up everybody with fiber optics and spent literally billions of dollars, it's not all good people being connected up. It's also some pretty evil evil sources. And cybersecurity is probably going to be one of the most, I'll just say, important areas that county and every government, and we were looking at the various entities that are under attack, and actually one of the top ones ends up being our infrastructure, water, sewer, and also the government agencies are top candidates for significant losses. And too many stories about how the data has been lost, and without having redundant backup and air gaps between some of our I'll just say some of our critical facilities, we're very vulnerable. So obviously, we need to continually be vigilant. So I think this moving forward with us in each of our departments is very important function.
I would like to highlight that this is a great consolidation and centralization effort. The groups that are listed in these MOUs have a tremendous amount of responsibility and trust that they are placing in the idea of a centralized networking, with the full understanding that it is the best way for us to be able to secure things. So I really appreciate them working with us to develop a comprehensive solution.
Indeed. Great. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Super. Thank you very much. All right, Matt Springer, our County Administrator.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
We have 5 resolutions for your consideration. The first one would approve an agreement between the City of Brunswick and the Office for Older Adults. This is a 3-year agreement in which we would provide services to residents within the City of Brunswick. The second resolution is approving a dental and immunization agreement at the Medina County Jail. The cost not to exceed $1,964 a month. The third resolution is accepting a grant through the Western Reserve Area Agency of Aging in the amount of $11,380. The fourth resolution is approving a mental health and substance abuse program agreement at the Medina County Jail. Alternative Pass will be the provider. And then the fifth and final resolution is approving a lease amendment with the Medina Metropolitan Housing Authority. This is a 6-month extension, which would take the agreement through March 31st of 2026.
All right. Very good.
Move to approve the 5 resolutions?
Second.
Moving second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Very good. All right. Commissioners' resolution. We do have a resolution appointing and reappointing members of the Medina County Board of Developmental Disabilities. I would move that we table.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
All right, there'll be further discussion on that. That's it. We next open up to public comment.
There's hardly any
Sarah's the
public
only one
here to
public.
comment.
Yeah, okay. Open up discussion session. Jeremy, you have anything for discussion?
All right. Yeah, I just got one item here. On Thursday, December 5th, I just wanted to bring to your attention, we had one of our water distribution employees, Ron Blosser, was driving down Hamilton Road and witnessed one of the residents there. She was, I guess, a trash truck had gone by and she had trash just blowing across her yard.
Yeah.
So he stopped, grabbed a bag of garbage bag out of his truck and went and helped pick up all the garbage in her yard. So she called in and just wanted to thank and just wanted to publicly recognize Ron Blosser for going above and beyond
Indeed.
his job duties to help out that resident. So
That's awesome.
so just wanted to give him his little bit of fame here. So
Indeed.
Thank you.
so
All right,
that's all I
thank
had.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing that kind of story. All right, Matt, you have anything for us? Brett? Okay.
Well, I just wanted to bring to everybody's attention that it is our annual time to start receiving requests for bonuses. And so I wanted to let everybody know that per the resolution that you guys had passed earlier in the year, we have started receiving some notices from elected officials that are implementing budgets or that are implementing a bonus policy over the course of 2024. We've received notice from Treasurer Burke in the amount of $19,781. We have received notice from Auditor Capretta as for a maximum amount for his employees of $51,971.80. I understand that they are still hammering out the details for that, so they said that they will be forthcoming with some further information soon. And then we received a notice from Dave Wadsworth at the Clerk of Courts in the amount of $23,000. So I did want to specially note the Clerk of Courts, Mr. Wadsworth, kindly provided a very excellent breakdown of what he used to summarize and determine his bonus schedules, complete with a full set of metrics and then a list of all employees that had qualified for that compensation.
I was
So-
going to mention that was absolutely what we had in mind when we passed that resolution of having that. Not only just gives us the, that number and the range and the average, but also the individual ones. As it's going to be public record regardless when it's done. So he was absolutely 100% in compliance with what our thoughts were on our resolution. And I want to give him a shout out.
More true merit than end of year Christmas type bonus.
Exactly. Oh, it
Right,
was, and the
right.
basis for those bonuses and so forth, it was very well, I'll say, presented and very informative and very transparent. So I give him an A+.
Yeah, I was very happy with the level of, he really seemed to understand the goal here is for public transparency of the process. And
yeah.
so I wanted to make sure that he had a special note for that.
Yep.
We have not received presently any other information from any other elected officials. There is a hard cutoff for the auditor's office that I believe is December 17th for their purposes. So we
For the
may,
payroll. Yep.
so we may still receive notifications. The auditor's office did specifically request that all electeds provide notice by today's meeting, but unfortunately, not everybody can meet those timetables.
So if they do want to give them the bonuses in this calendar year, the auditor's office at the cutoff is the 17th.
Correct.
So, all right, I'm sure the other elected officials are in process of getting that information to us between now and the next 7 days.
Those who are doing it.
Well, my bird's eye
Because
view
there's
is all
some
of them.
that, no, some that might not be
Yeah.
doing bonuses.
Doing a
Oh,
split
right,
There are-
bonus.
and
Because
they-
they do, some of them
Sure.
do it through their
Oh, that's true.
actual salary and raises.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But
There are a couple that are very specifically issue bonuses because they prefer to schedule their salaries out through the course of the year.
Well, we also understand in a performance base, the way the statute's written too, that they can, other type of programs, additional paid leave, those are the kind of things that they can do that don't get reported. But yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but we do have many departments that
Yeah.
do it through raises
Agreed.
in their salary versus bonuses.
Right.
But either way, I think this is a step in the right direction in terms of the transparency that it's created,
Yes.
even when we don't have the same level of detail that we receive from the
Agreed.
clerk of courts. It's a step in the right direction. So-
Agreed.
Yep.
Super.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. All right. Anything else, Colleen?
I have nothing today.
Aaron?
Nothing for me.
I will point out, since we're on the bonuses issue, I think I did share with you at the CCL board, and I think we had the discussion prior, there was actually an amendment that Representative Sharon Ray was preparing for actually the pay bill that's working its way through the legislature, an amendment that seems that's getting additional support. The County Commissioners Association of Ohio Board of Directors did support that amendment that provides a limit of 5% on the compensation that an employee receives that calendar year for a cash award or bonus. So
And it was
the CCL,
overwhelmingly
yeah, it was
support.
unanimous,
Yeah.
and that has been conveyed to the legislature as well as Representative Ray, and are hopeful as the bills work out this week, actually, that gets included, in which case there would be those kind of limits. But I will point out that the ones we've seen so far fall within that limit. So, which is good to hear.
I'm glad to see the legislature taking some action on that. The thing that I think Colleen made the point too. Not every elected official
Right.
uses cash bonus.
Mhm.
I would hope that that decision making still exists in a world where that's on the books,
Mhm.
the statute, meaning that not every office would do it.
Right.
As opposed to saying, well, the legislature says we can do 5%, so everybody does that across the
Yeah,
board.
and, I
Right.
mean, in public employment, my preference is to see it done through the salary.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
as long as we're in compliance.
Sure.
That's the most
Sure.
important thing.
And
Because
when-
it's the guardrails, as they
Right.
refer to them. It's a guardrail.
When it's done, having it tied to merit or outstanding performance, I think that's
Oh,
appropriate.
that's why the statute was written the way it was, that
Right.
section. So, all right, very good. Nothing else? We have a request for executive session for multiple purposes?
Yep, I move to
Yeah.
convene executive session to discuss collective bargaining matters, consider compensation of public employees, and the appointment of public officials.
Second.
Moved and second. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right, very good. That's it for today. Everybody have a good week. We will see you next week.